Hi guys, we're Tasser Music Group and we're presenting to you our ideas for our music video to Express Yourself by Labyrinth.
So basically our sort of idea was that Shakira, who would be the protagonist, would be writing a letter to Teo, and that would be quite obvious for a shot, so he's writing it to Teo, who's going to be Labyrinth, who's his idol. And he receives a phone call or something in the middle of it, so he just sort of puts the letter aside, and then sort of a gush of wind blows it out the window, and then it cuts to Labyrinth catching the letter. And the whole sort of idea is going to be that Labyrinth is this sort of like magical sort of character, so he's not really real, you don't know if he's real or not. He's more of like a godlike sort of character, so he's like literally like his idol.
So then when it goes into the verse, Teo, who is Labyrinth, will start reading out the letter, but it'll be pretty much the lyrics to the song. So throughout, like, we'll be cutting between Teo and me, and Teo's pretty much like advising me and trying to give me confidence throughout the verse.
Well, the initial idea for the opening of the video was that the main character, Shakira, would be writing the letter to Labyrinth, and so we thought if anyone's seen the music video for Stan, that's an example of how we really wanted to open it.
So not like just not dull how it was in this video.
Yeah, it's quite dark and quite gritty in that video.
This is the bit between like the chorus and the verse, so it's sort of like the build up to the chorus. We were thinking about maybe, because the lyrics are whatever you do it good, we were sort of thinking about having Teo preaching this at Shakira, and obviously Shakira would be quite shocked at this point because like his idol's just sort of appeared in front of him. So we sort of were thinking to put like in comic moments, so he'd like try and take a photo or desperately get an autograph, but Teo rejects it because he's trying to make him understand that it's about helping him become more confident, not about Labyrinth. And then at the end we might see Teo try and go through like a door with Shakira and then come out with a London phone box to like connect the two.
Basically, just to show that he's godlike.
Oh.
So he's got the power to teleport him anywhere. During the first chorus, Teo, who is Mr. Express Yourself, aka Labyrinth, is trying to show me the possibilities of and the exhilaration that comes with doing what I love and not caring about what others think. And we thought we could show it in various areas within London. So like popular places like Covent Garden and Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square, where we could get like a group of dancers to be like busking or something like that. And I'm watching them, and you can see that I want to join in through the shots that are like through like close-ups and stuff, or close-ups of me tapping my feet. Like you can see that I want to join in, but I'm too scared to. And Teo is just trying to like show me that I shouldn't be.
And for the second verse, this is like where I and Shakira were going to be like, say, walking down the street, possibly like Oxford Street, and then we'll mainly be of Shakira looking disheartened, especially because of the lyrics. It's like, I don't make the papers, I'm far from JLS. We can actually use this line and make it like lyrical. So basically, maybe I might have a newspaper in my hand, and when it gets to that build of the sentence, I might like chuck in the air. When it gets to I'm far from JLS, maybe Shakira can actually have a picture of JLS and you can see a shot of it that obviously that is JLS, and that he might just be throwing it away. So that can actually link with that sentence. Then after this, the two the spot shot 1-7 at bright and quite clothing. Oh yeah, and basically for this bit I would like convince Shakira to go inside, and basically this bit is going to be where there'll be like jump shots of Shakira trying out different clothing to try and suit himself, you know what I mean?
You need to like make sure that you find a place that will have all these things. So like there's just like a newspaper stand and like a shop that just happens to sell bright flame clothing that you need to to research that and like make sure that you find somewhere, probably like Camden also and stuff like that. But we need to like make sure that it makes sense within the story as well. Like, don't just expect one to be there. Like, you need to make sure there is.
Yeah, how are you going to convey the idea of Tayo actually being good? Like, is there certain shots or effects that you're using?
One way was with the parents. We like kind of we was thinking of either having him in like a all white suit, or him kind of like having a superhero costume with Mr. EY on him to show that it's not actually normal. And also, we was just kind of thinking of doing shots to kind of like highlight that he's not actually there. Like he's there in his head, but he's not actually there in real life.
Have you considered using like breaking the fourth wall shots or cross dissolve, or so just different types of effects that you can use to like, create
we
shot?
was thinking of using, you know what the blur effect is called? Is that it's spiral?
Cross dissolve, yeah.
No, it's not cross dissolve.
What is it?
I think it's called Dream or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you could use that to kind of present that it's not real. And also at the beginning, the music's kind of really weird, so it goes into like a spirally kind of weird noise, which sounds mystical anyway.
With this section of the, like just before the chorus, it's going to be like a shopping montage. So basically, I'm going to be, live is going to be with Shakiri, because obviously Shakiri's still, this is basically the point where Shakiri changes, like becomes the guy that Mr. Express himself wants him to be. So basically he's in the shop here, obviously he's going in with like all like doll clothing, and so basically there'll be montages of him like in different outfits that are obviously going to be bright and colourful, and obviously it'll be jump shots, so like they'll keep on like different costume like for every shot, but it's like he's going to be standing there in the mirror and you see him looking. You see him basically changing costumes until he finds the right one. So do you get how it's going to be like jump, but it's just him standing there with a different costume on.
Have you considered making that like maybe half montage? You say where he's going to pick up clothes, like Tayo could be standing like just behind him, whatever, and he's to do something, then the clothes would disappear into another like random piece of clothing. That's sort of odd. Say he goes to pick up a dull piece of clothing, and then like you could be behind him, and then you just either tap him on the shoulder or something, and then he goes into like a bright piece of clothing. And it's just different shots of him trying different things to make it quite fast paced, and that could work.
Also that can make it more, make Tayo seem even more mystical.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you go to pick something up and it'll change and be like,
Yeah.
I understand.
Is there going to be a certain outfit that he's going to eventually end up liking?
Yeah.
So you then, is he then going to start wearing it for
Yeah.
Is that something? Is that going to be an outfit you already own, or are you going to buy that from the shop?
Yeah, I haven't actually thought of that.
And you see you dancing at Covent Garden. Is that what you're going to do in the dancing?
Not necessarily.
No.
Because in a lot of those places you have to ask for permission.
Yeah,
see magicians and stuff.
That's why I was thinking also Stratford
Yeah.
in front of the station, because they allow you to bust it there for free.
I think there's going to be a fine line between making Tayo seem mystical and it not making sense. Like, if you don't portray that Tayo's actually this sort of godlike figure, and then suddenly clothes are changing to different clothes, it may look like you haven't edited the shots together correctly and there's a mistake there, or it just doesn't flow. So I think you need to make sure that you portray Tayo's character as well.
like, if you
All
do
the
it,
way
it's got
through.
All the way
Like
through. You have to establish it early on.
Just going to add to Alice's point about finding a shot that conveniently is next to another shot that's part of the same narrative. A good thing to probably do, you might have thought of this, is to get permission from the shop owner, get to know them, promise to feature the shop's name somewhere in the film. Because especially if you're going to be in the shop changing clothes around, that's going to take a few hours of disruption in the shop or her shop. And if you sell it to them as being something that promotes the place, then they might be really accommodating to you.
I think the best practice can be like
They're not very like accommodating people.
Yeah,
you know.
not really approachable.
markets,
Yeah.
You can't approach that.
Or Brick Lane.
Can.
Yeah.
On Oxford Street there are those places.
Soho, Boo, Key.
Alright, next.
This would, we're thinking of show that obviously he's grown quite a lot, but not like to the full extent that he could have. So I'm thinking maybe that being in a park or somewhere sort of less crowded than a London street. But yeah, I don't really know what would sort of settle on that.
And I know for this bit, this is going to be obviously, oh yeah, as you said, it's once he's in that new clothes, so it kind of shows that he's back, like he's ready to shine.
Instead of using Taylor as a godlike figure, can you use him as like almost a figure of Shaqiri's imagination? So as soon as he does find himself, it's actually in his mind, he's trying to venture out, and then when he actually does find himself, then Taylor disappears and he's just going to go meet him. And then it's clear that he's like a figure of his imagination.
Yeah, but the thing about that is because that Mystic Expression is still performing, so if he disappears.
But I'm just saying, like right at the end, like when it's all done and then it's kind of fading out. Then Teo, like it's like they almost part. Like he still wants him to be there to push him, but he can't really push anymore. So then Teo just disappears. He's gone.
Or you could do another letter from someone else, as if someone else needs his help now.
Yeah. Or,
I mean,
he was actually thinking of doing a letter to me after. So it's like it's like Mr. Express Yourself gets passed down to whoever he helps last.
I mean, what could happen is, like what you just said there, if Taylor does disappear early on, but you want to keep the performance will be passed over to Shaqiri. So you stop lip syncing because you're gone obviously, but then you could take over because now you have all the confidence and now you're the Mr. Express
You don't
Yourself.
need him guiding you, so it's just you.
And then you take over and then you're the main person for the last chorus or whatever.
Do you think that could be confusing?
I think
Yeah.
that could
It
be.
depends.
Yeah.
If you portray it well, then it can work well. The audience can clearly see that he's not there and he's a magical sort of person. They'll think, oh, he's just in his imagination, and then he turns into you.
Or you could have you like dancing, and then Teo sort of walking away from you. He's still lip syncing, so it's still like he's the one who's performing.
Yeah.
It's as if you don't need him.
Still, if Taylor's supposed to be Labyrinth, I can't see it making sense because as much as that, yeah, you don't need him anymore, you're still not like someone's celebrity idol because you'd just sort of be someone that's just like dancing. So if you're trying to show like Taylor's being so powerful and being this, just to sort of pass it on, I don't know. I don't think it would probably make sense. Maybe you could dance together over the audience or something, and then it's like showing that you've come to his level rather than.
Yeah, but then the magical part will just go because
Yeah,
it's real.
I guess the idea of Labyrinth being my role model might not be the best idea. I think if we just concentrate on it being like an agony letter
Yeah.
and you just being a mystical person, or
But as if you
someone
didn't mean to send it to someone, it was just you writing something out.
yeah, it could be just
Like a diary entry.
Diary, yeah.
almost.
Something like that. and then it was like.
Well, can't it be you wrote the song, if you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah,
or is that a bit
that was-
confusing?
Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, this part, there's like, we're calling it a bridge because the music kind of switches up completely and it goes a bit more soul-y. And the first lyrics to it is, I lose my shirt and tie. So what I thought of is because the music changes so much, the environment can change completely. And I was thinking of like, literally a black room with just spotlights with Teo either in the background or the foreground, but it's always switching between me and I'm with like a group of 3 people and we're doing a kind of choreographed dance that matches the music. Like it's a bit less, it's kind of off topic from the narrative, but because the music changes up, I feel like it would be a good effect. Have any of you like seen Love on Top by Beyonce, the video for that? Like where it kind of flicks to a different setting and she's just performing in a room.
You were thinking of it just being sort of like a big celebration of everything, like with Shakira, you'd like to be more confident and dance. There'd be like party poppers, balloons, lots more people is sort of appearing into the shot. And at the very end, we were thinking about Teo handing Shakira's letter back to him, and when he like looks back up, Teo's gone, and he sort of just rips the letter into pieces and throws it, sort of showing that he doesn't need it anymore, and he's like become a better person. And that would sort of be the end.
And even for this bit, we were thinking of where Shakira, we were thinking of it like being outside or like this bit, where like
We just wanted it to be as many people performing as possible.
yeah, so like a big crowd of people, and for it to be at first it would be like what's that word? Like a dance, it would be choreographed, and then
At first, yeah, and then after that, it's just literally everyone doing their
yeah, and then it just turned into everyone like just dancing and like obviously thinking, smiling, having fun, and that's called yeah.
Okay, so before this, you're at the moment in a black room, and it's you and the dancers and Teo. But if you're going to do that, surely, how are you going to transist it so it's like more? If more people are going into the, is more people going into the black room and going to be dancing with you?
No. It would literally just transit straight.
Oh, so it's basically just going to be a cut outside.
Yeah, pretty much picking up where we left off.
So you're going to do a choreographed dance where, say you're like halfway through the dance and then you're going to cut outside and have the same shot kind of thing, but it's going to be, okay.
And basically where we were going to switch it up is because in the lyrics you see how everybody goes like click your fingers now. Like,
Oh yeah. We were thinking of where it says click your fingers now. It's kind of on each click there's a different setting until you get to the black room.